because the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Alright guys, Proto here. Today we're going to have a tooltip on using the SDR dongle from Terminal Armament. What we're going to use is the kit that he has, a Windows machine, and we are going to load a program called SDR Trunk, and that's going to give us the ability to listen to P25 radios. P25 is a digital standard for radio that most larger departments use. So most of the fire, police, medical, those that are in your area that are larger will have or should have P25 radios. By using SDR Trunk and the dongle, it gives us the ability to listen to that stuff. So first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to open up browser right quick. It pulls up radio reference. We're going to go right here. So Terminal Armament is the Instagram page that has all this fun stuff. I think in one of his more recent posts it actually shows everything that you'd get in the SDR kit that he sells. Check him out, he's a cool guy. He didn't ask me to do this, doesn't know I'm doing this. It's just I use his stuff, and so I'd like to give that the shout out it deserves. So before we get into everything that's on my screen here, we actually want to download SDR Trunk. Just Google SDR Trunk. It's going to be this first GitHub link here. If you've never been to GitHub or never seen anything on GitHub, all this stuff looks kind of scary. There's a bunch of random stuff. You don't know what you need, don't worry about it. Just scroll on down to here. One thing that we need to make sure of is that you have the minimum requirements met. So you have to be on a 64-bit machine, 4-core CPU, 8 gigs of RAM is preferred. You can use 4 gig depending on what you're doing. Don't ask me what that means, it's just right there. So to download it, we're going to download the most recent version. It's going to be here on the download tab. So this is the pre-release alpha. This is the one that I'm using right now. I haven't had any issues with it. So what we're going to do is, if you scroll down here on this first one, keep scrolling up and down. So version 0.5.0 alpha 6, if you scroll down, and it says assets, you're going to click this little pointer thing. And if you're on a Windows machine, you're going to click this download. If you're on a OS X, you're going to be clicking one of these two. And Linux, you're going to be clicking one of these two. I believe this can be used on the Pi. I believe it has to be a Pi 4. I haven't checked it, haven't used it, but I believe this is the one that you can use if you're using it on a Pi. I'm using it on a Windows machine, so you'd download this file. When you download the file, you will get, if I pull this up, you'll get a zip file called SDR Trunk Windows x86 Alpha 6. It's going to be in a zip. Unzip that, put it somewhere. You're going to open up the bin folder. You're going to look for SDRTrunk.bat if you're on Windows. It's not going to be up here. I renamed it. It's going to be somewhere down by the S's, so long as you have this displayed by name. I can't think of organized, whatever the word they use. I can't remember it now. So from here, you're going to click on that .bat file. It's going to pull up a Windows command prompt. Don't freak out about it. don't close it, just minimize it. And then we have our SDR trunk up. You probably won't have this fun stuff up here. This is called your waterfall, and this is your frequencies, and the little spikes show that they are receiving or transmitting something. Before this gets actually shown, we're gonna have to go to View, User Preferences, change your duplicate calls, turn all these on. Just makes it to where it doesn't show duplicates. And then we're going to go to here, the JMB audio library. Right here it's going to say create new library or something along those lines. Go ahead and click it. Click through the prompts. I think there's only 2 things that you have to click. For Mac, I believe you have to go into the settings somewhere and do some stuff. I don't have a Mac, so I can't show you how to do that. But I believe because it's Java and Mac thinks that your computer's getting hacked, you have to go and allow something. I believe I have a video that will show the Mac portion of it, so I'll link that in the description as well. From here, once this is done, I had to close out of this, so I just closed it, reopened it, and then my waterfall showed. Now, I have this connected to the dongle. I have it connected to the mag mount that Tramal, the TA kit came with, and then the extended antenna. It's the silver one, not the stubby. I have that on top of a little bread pan as the ground plane. It's not the best. I don't want it to be the best. I want to just use what I have, and if you're a ham or you're big into doing things properly and greatly, I'm sorry, deal with it. Trying to go with realism right now. If you haven't seen my page, I have other antennas. I'm choosing to use what comes in this to show you that this is possible by spending the money just to get the SDR dongle and a $1 bread pan that's magnetic from the dollar store. So, you're not hearing anything. I don't have anything set up. We go to View, Playlist Editor, and we go to Channels. It's not going to show anything in this channel here because I don't have anything set up. Well, how do you set it up? We're going to go to this radioreference.com. You're going to go to Databases. Then you're going to choose your state. It's no secret where I am. We're going to choose something that's going to be able to be received pretty easily. So we're going to go with, I believe there is a, oops. Alrighty. So these will give you, for Phoenix, the frequencies. It gives you the type, a frequency, and this will be all for stuff that you can just pick up on your normal radio. If you go here, click the RWC, you'll see it says Project 25 Phase 2, and click that. There are a couple different system frequencies. We want the primary, and so I'm going to choose the simulcast B because I want the fire. So what we're going to do is that halves these. So what we're going to do here is click this little button, and we're going to choose P25 Phase 2 Trunk System, and then we're going to name the system Simulcast B. I'll put this on auto start just because I want to, and we're going to choose the name Phoenix Fire, and the frequency is going to be that red one. I'm just going to put my preferred as the SDR dongle. That's helpful if you have more than one. You're going to want to change this to LSM. because it is a simulcast trunk system. And then you're going to choose save. And then play.
7, have a good day.
Have a good day.
And once you see it saying control, you have the frequency, all of this stuff is coming up. That means it's working. You can see the events. It'll start playing events. And the messages, it'll start showing messages if you click on one of them. It'll give you a bunch of information on the channel and things of that nature. And messages, and you'd be able to hear the actual frequencies. Of course, I'm choosing one that isn't super busy. I have this muted now. So we're going to go back over to this page though. And we want to search. That's not fun. For the Phoenix Fire Department. It's large enough agency to where I will be able to hear it, even though I'm not actually in Phoenix. Pass it. Ah, here we go. I did pass it. So right here, we have our talk groups. The one thing I haven't figured out is how to actually view just a single talk group. That's one thing that I haven't been able to see. However, what you can do is look at this mode here, tell you if it's a digital talk group, analog, mixed, and the E will show you that it's encrypted. It should say encrypted here too. We're just going to use this one here. So if I open up the playlist editor again, it's already open somewhere. I can create an alias. So we're going to click alias, make a new list, and we'll enter it as make it Phoenix Fire, and then 1615 is the decimal that we want. Oh. There we go. That was weird. So we're going to create a new alias. Alias is going to be, what was that called? And then the icon we'll use fire truck, and we'll change the color to red. We want to listen to it, and we're going to add the identifier as a P25 talk group. What did I say it was? 1650. So if I change this number here to 1615, press enter and save, you'll see right here that I have the alias, the color, the icon. So if we go back to the channel, we're going to choose the alias list here of Phoenix Fire. We'll save it, close this out, and if we're lucky enough, in here where it says alias here, and whatever channel, whether it be left or right, that it's going to play on, it should show up as that alias. And now for some reason it doesn't want to work. back up. And then see what happens. It's weird. Hopefully that video was on the entire time. It somehow moved. So it will show you whether or not it's encrypted. I don't know if did I click autoplay? Yep, I did.
LA 601, page X7, injured person.
Oops. Was I wrong? Pretty sure I was right. So, there it is here. Where'd it go? There we go. So, 1795. It's the Phoenix 1 alarm. And so it's patched with the VHF channel. So what we can do is if we go here, we view alias. We're still in the Phoenix Fire. We can add a new alias.
Sam 1.
Sam 1 and Sam 1.
I'm going to mute this because we don't need to hear all of it. If I go back to this, 1795. No, I'm jumping back and forth, but I forgot what it was already. So, new alias. I'm just going to call it DSP for now. We can change the icon to a dispatcher, and we'll change it to red, because it's still fire. Talk group. 1795, press save. I'll pull it up here. And then you can just close this out. We already saved it. And then on here, if dispatch were to key up and start speaking, as I point to my screen with my hand, in either right there, perfect, shows you the alias. And then right here, it shows you the alias. That way you know who you're listening to. And then these little 1614, you can usually look those up on the radio reference. So 1614 is going to be that COM East. And you can just scroll through here, or for your city, or wherever you're at, and try and see. So the other thing that this can do is DMR, digital mobile radio. Haven't set that up yet. There's that COM6 North going on. So I haven't set that up yet. Once I get that set up, I'll probably do another short video. But hopefully this was at least quick enough. Showed you in one video just a really quick setup, how to use it, just down and dirty on what this is. There's probably more that this can do. If you know that this can do more, if you know that you can set it up just to listen to that alias alone and nothing else, reach out, let me know. I'll add it to the video or add it to a post and make this a little bit better and more usable. So, hope you guys had a good time and easy time watching this. Hopefully it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment. Go ahead and share this with everybody. That way they can get on and listen too. And then go ahead and check out TA's page as well. And I'll tag him and I'll tag some other cool people in my Instagram post. And then in YouTube, I'll have a link to his page as well. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day.
Because the road to hell is paved with good intentions.